The hole on Sparrow Street. Every house on Sparrow Street was the same. Same neat lawn, same friendly mailbox, same sleepy silence after dark. All except one. From his window, Leo watched the house across the street, and the man who lived there, Mr. Thorne. Every night, Mr. Thorne dug a hole in his backyard, and every morning, before the sun rose, he filled it back in. Mr. Thorne was a ghost. He'd moved in a month ago, but no one had ever spoken to him. He was just a shape in the window during the day and a shadow in the yard at night. The only thing Leo knew for sure was the sound that carried across the quiet street, the rhythmic scrape, scrape, scrape of a shovel biting into the earth. Tonight was different. After filling the hole, Mr. Thorne didn't go back inside. He stood with his head cocked, as if listening to a sound only he could hear. Then, with a chilling slowness, he lifted his head and stared directly at Leo's window. Leo's breath caught in his throat. He was seen. Panic seized him. Leo stumbled back, his heart a frantic drum against his ribs. It was impossible. His room was pitch black. He was a ghost, too. A shadow watching a shadow. Mr. Thorne couldn't have seen him. He couldn't have. The next morning, a note was on the welcome mat. It wasn't in an envelope, just a single piece of paper, folded once. Leo's hands shook as he opened it. The block letters were stark and neat. "They told me you were watching." His head snapped up. Across the street, Mr. Thorne was on his porch, holding a steaming mug. He wasn't smiling. He just watched Leo, his gaze as sharp and cold as a shard of glass. He slowly lifted his mug in a mock toast before turning and disappearing inside his silent house. Who were they, and what did they tell him? The fear was still there, cold and heavy in Leo's stomach, but it was mixed with a hot spark of anger. He wasn't just going to watch anymore. He had to know what was in that hole. He waited until the last light on Sparrow Street went out. He watched Mr. Thorne dig, fill the hole, and retreat inside. Then, with his father's shovel clutched in his sweaty hands, Leo slipped into the night and crept across the sleeping street. The earth in Mr. Thorne's yard was loose, as if it welcomed the intrusion. It didn't take long for Leo's shovel to strike something solid, not a rock. It was a metal lockbox, old and rusted at the hinges. He pulled it from the ground, his mind racing. This was it. The secret. I knew you'd find it. The voice was a dry whisper, right behind him. Leo froze, dropping the box. He turned to see Mr. Thorne standing over him, his face grim in the moonlight. "He's coming for you, Leo," Mr. Thorne said, his voice low and urgent.